Good morning. My name is Vladimir Tikhomirov. I'm chief economist at BCS Global Markets, and in this overview, I'll try to give my view for the macro developments in the coming week. The past week has been quite significant in terms of developments, particularly on the oil markets. We have seen 4 days of active diplomacy between OPEC and non-OPEC countries, including G20. Very intensive diplomacy between US, Saudi Arabia, and Russia, which basically ended on Sunday with a deal. The deal on cuts to oil supplies to global markets basically is somewhat a bit lower than the market expected. However, the big question is that part of the deal are promises from non-OPEC countries to cut their production, but these promises are not obligatory. So basically, it remains to be seen what actual cuts would be delivered to the global oil markets. However, from historical perspective, this is the largest ever deal on oil cuts, which is positive. Also positive is that the deal has taken place because there were concerns that the deal could actually be scrapped because of various positions and continuing differences in the views of how the situation should develop from major players. So I basically expect that the fact that there is a deal would help to stabilize oil prices. I don't think it's enough to push them up, but my hope is that the Brent oil price could actually stabilize somewhere around $30 per barrel mark. If so, that would provide a point for stability for the Russian market and the ruble. I expect the ruble to trade in the coming week around levels of about 72 to 76 rubles to the dollar. Another big development of past week was an unexpected statement coming from the Federal Reserve of the US. The Central Bank of the US promised, basically announced a new package of support for the economy, totaling $2.3 trillion, a very significant one on top of what has been already announced. Moreover, in the statement, the Fed basically said that this is not likely to be the last package. They're preparing more, and they also hope that once the pandemic passes, the US economy will be capable to restore production in a very short period of time. Basically, that means that the Fed is targeting for a V-shaped recovery in the US economy, which is very positive if it happens, not only for the US, but for the global economy and Russian economy including. So this gave a bit of a hope that things might be getting a bit better once the pandemic passes. And with the oil deal, we now hope that there will be more stability on the Russian market as well. So for the coming week, actually, I expect to see stabilization in market trends and in the ruble. And the big issue to watch for would be the dynamics of pandemic, both in the key world key economies as well as in Russia. This would eventually determine how large the damage for the economies have been and when we can expect to see finally a recovery in the economic output. Thank you for your attention.